Hey, good morning, everybody. Today we're doing how to train your dog. So I'm just gonna go over some pointers because I train my dog. That's my dog, right there. Yep, that's her. That's her face. A friend of ours did a portrait of her because she really liked our dog's eyes. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But I trained my dog so she can be off leash and follow me around under voice command. And that's what I really wanted out of a dog. So I put together some videos when I was in Utah because my mom's going through the same process with her dog right now and training her dog. So I want to do this first part, which will be kind of letting you know some things that you should do in order to train your dog and why they're important. So let me go over the first steps. So it'll be this. Then I've got some videos of my mom and I actually working with her dog, and then I'll have a conclusion as well. Number one, most important thing is you need to love your dog. That is paramount to the whole process. Love your dog. Come home and be happy to see your dog because dogs are really amazing in that they'll always love you. They have kind of short-term memories. So even if you get upset with your dog and, maybe, talk to them a little bit harshly, they'll forget it. And they'll come up and they'll just love you again like nothing's happened. Not that you should be mean to your dog. Please don't be mean to your dog. Because they're very loving creatures. They're very gentle, wonderful creatures. All of them. There are people who might say that different species of dogs aren't the best. Really, they're all, as long as it's up to the owner. It's up to you, it's up to me, how we actually work with our dogs. And pretty much every dog is the same. As long as you treat them well, they're going to treat you well, and they'll treat other people well as well. So that's step one. Love your dog. Gotta love them. Number two, when it comes to training your dog, though, is be consistent. You can't really falter from your plan, so have a plan ready to go, and then be consistent with that plan. Because it's very important. Dogs recognize consistency. If you start trying a whole bunch of new things that the dog doesn't understand when you've been doing a certain thing for a long time, and they're like, well, I'm going to throw a curveball, that doesn't register. So with inconsistency, you want to walk your dog every day and train your dog every day. If you do this, the dog starts to trust you, keeping them right next to you. That's the most important thing. Dogs will try to pull, and here's the thing is that they always say is that you take your dog for a walk. Don't let your dog take you for a walk. But you can do it gently. And just say no, and then just wait. And consistently wait. Just say, oh no, I'm going to wait till you're ready to go again. And then start walking again. And, it depends on what you want to train your dog for. If you just want them to walk next to you, just have a leash. Have them next to you. But you need to walk them every single day. They need to become used to you. The next thing with consistency is use similar or the same techniques each time. So again, this is just not throwing curveballs at your dog. If something's working, you want to stick with it. But make sure you're consistent with that thing that you're doing. If you can snap at them, you can make sure just kind of hold them back a little bit until they're walking next to you. But you need to be consistent with this. If you start doing something new because somebody else has another idea, but you can see that it's just confusing your dog, you don't need to listen to everybody. It's your dog, ultimately. And just kind of, work with him that way. My dog, it took a little while to train her, but I knew the direction I wanted to go in. But I've trained dogs since I was a kid, so I knew what I wanted to do. But every dog's different, and every dog, based on their size, based on their weight, on all sorts of things, you have to make sure you're taking all of that into account as well. What did I write here? Oh, yeah. So, and the third thing for training a dog, do a little bit at a time. You don't want to inundate your dog. And you need to be patient with your dog. Make sure that your dog is happy. If the dog starts to get frustrated, it's not going to really like going for walks or things like that. But, be patient. And the more patient you are, the better your dog will be. Always have a leash and a collar on. Eventually you might be able to take them off if they're under voice command. But, you need to wait for dog parks and things like that in order to, because it is the law in California. But be patient with your dog. And, they'll recognize that. So be patient. You need to keep your dog's attention. If you're on your phone or if you're listening to music and you're trying to train your dog, you really can't do everything at the same time. Because the dog doesn't know what you want, and suddenly, you're like, oh no, you need to stop doing that. You really need to keep attention on your dog. Make sure that when you're taking them for a walk, if you want to train them, that, you're just focusing on them. So that they know, because they're learning from you. They're going to mirror what you do. And it's important for you to be consistent in that. And again, when it comes to being patient, it could take months or longer to train your dog. It could take a long, long time. Depending on the dog, depending on your consistency, depending on everything. So, really be ready to be patient with your dog. And, if you're not ready for a dog, then don't get a dog. Because, their happiness is just as important as yours. A lot of people get a dog because they're like, oh, I just need something to love me. Well, they're not really here just to love you. We need to love them just as much. And again, you need to be ready because, they could pee in the house. There's a lot of different things. What I'm doing, I'm showing you a video of kind of an overall picture. And especially, I'm using a dog that's already slightly been trained. But, you'll see. And let me apologize right now for video number 3. I didn't film it right on my phone, but it's it's the only video I have. I didn't check it until just yesterday. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. So that's part 1. Please watch this and then watch them in section 1 and in succession. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there should be 5. And they're all pretty short. This is longer than all the other videos. But anyway, I'll see you in a bit.